Hi everybody, it's Yummy Monday again. Today we're making another great gift idea for Mother's Day that's coming up on May 12th, remember. Now you all, I'm sure, know that your mom works really hard. She does all kinds of stuff around the house. She cooks meals for everybody. She washes all your clothes. She keeps the house clean. She does tons of other things that I can't even think of. There are so many things that your moms do. I can't even come up with all of them. So you can imagine at the end of the day that your mom is probably pretty tired and worn out and just wants to relax. So today, that's what we're going to make, a way to help your mom relax. Now I know some of you are really good at giving massages with your hands, but sometimes your mom might want a massage when you're maybe not home or you're asleep. So today we're going to make her a massage that she can give herself on her neck. Now we only have 2 ingredients. The first one is a sock. That surprised you, didn't it? Now, I'm using one of Taste Tester's socks to demonstrate, but if you want to go the extra mile for your mom, you could go to the store and buy a pair of fancy socks that you think your mom would love. If you do that, you need to be sure that they're really tight. Some socks you can get are pretty, but you can kind of pull on them, and you can see they have little holes. You don't want that kind. You want to make sure these are really thick socks because of our second ingredient, which is some brown rice. Now, you can use white rice, too, if you want. What I don't recommend is using any kind of rice that has like chicken flavor, because we're going to eventually warm this up and your mom might not only be relaxed, she'd be really hungry if you use chicken rice. We're being kind of silly today, aren't we? Okay, so let's get started. It's really simple, although you might want to put a towel down, because if the rice gets away from you while you're pouring, it makes a huge mess. So you use it dry. You don't use rice that's already been cooked. You use it just out of the package. Now I used a package of brown rice, and you can see it's just about 2 cups. Right there is the 2-cup line. For this size sock, you need about 2 cups. And this is just one of Taste Tester's socks, a man's sock. Okay, so what you do is start out with the toe on the ground, or on the counter or table, wherever you're doing it, and you're going to take your hand like this, and put it inside the top of the sock and spread it out with your fingers so you can see down into the sock. Now this is kind of tricky, and this is really easier if one of your brothers or sisters or your dad helps you, because what is ideal is if you have one person holding the sock and one person pouring. But since I'm doing this by myself, ooh, we have a volunteer from the audience. We have Taste Tester wants to hold our sock. Alright, so he's going to hold the sock, and I'm going to go ahead and just start pouring. Now what you're going to do is pour slowly so you don't have a big mess. But as it starts to fill up, you're going to hold the sock up higher, and it's going to fill up. You're going to take a break every little bit and kind of shake the rice down into the bottom of the sock. So let's see if I can do this one-handed now. Alright, so we're going to just pour little by little, and you can if you kind of shake it, I don't know if you can tell that the sock is getting thicker at the bottom where the rice is filling up. So we'll just shake all of our rice in there, and once you hold the sock up like this, you don't have to check it, because it gets filled at the bottom and kind of stands up on its own. The last little bit. Okay. So you want to shake it just a little bit to be sure you don't have any rice pieces left in the top. And then what you're going to do is, you can see here's our rice down here in the foot of the sock. We're going to just tie a big knot in the top of the sock. You need to make sure your knot is really tight. So if you're good at tying knots, then you can do this yourself, but you might need your dad to help you if you're not very good at tying knots. It's kind of hard because it's thick, the top of a sock. Okay, so this is the part, after you do this part, that you want to make sure your mom is sitting down or ready to relax, because now we're going to warm this up. So she not only is going to have a massage, it's going to be a warm massage on her neck muscles. Or she could also use it on the backs of her knees or her feet, wherever she has tired muscles. So pull on your knot. You want to be sure it's really tight, because if this is not tight and your mom goes to put it around her neck and the rice goes everywhere, that is not going to be relaxing for her, because then she has a big rice mess to clean up. And rice is hard to clean up, even with a little handheld vacuum. Sometimes it's hard to suck up. So what we're going to do now is put it in our microwave. And you don't need to cover this up because there's nothing that will splatter. Now I usually warm mine for 30 seconds. That gets it hot enough. Some people like it really hot, so you could do like 45 seconds, but I think 30 seconds is really plenty of time. So we're going to go ahead and cook our rice sock massager, and we'll be back to see if Taste Tester thinks it's very relaxing. Even though he's not a mom, he likes to relax. So he can give us his opinion from the relaxing standpoint. So we'll be back in just a minute.
Bring your family and friends.
Aunt Liz TV!
She's a magician in the kitchen.
Aunt Liz TV!
Watch it on Mondays and Thursdays.
Aunt Liz TV!
Cooking yummy foods and tasty treats.
Aunt